another edition of the Pagcast. I'm your host, Michael Pagani, joined alongside Windsor Spitfires forward, Brett Harrison. Brett, welcome to the Pagcast. Thank you again for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Let's open up this interview. How are you doing today? You had practice earlier. How was that?
Yeah, I'm doing really well today. Yeah, we had a big practice today, just getting ready for big game tomorrow. Moving forward, heading for the playoff push.
Well, I mean, backing off that, let's talk about the weekend series. It's up against London. We know what's at stake. First in the Western Conference. So, what's the motivation factor like there?
Yeah, we know finishing first place is definitely it's what's been on our mind for a long time now, and yeah, it's just very important in the playoffs getting home ice as we love playing at home and playing in front of our fans. So that's a really big advantage for us. And yeah, this weekend will be two hard fought games against London, but no, I think we got the team to definitely get the job done.
What's the message in the locker room right now as we head into the final week of OHL regular season?
Yeah, it's just not to look too far forward to the playoffs. Just focus on these last three games moving forward here, and yeah, obviously finishing first is on our mind, and just to make sure that we get all of our little habits and little stuff moving forward to the playoffs to make sure we go for a long run.
March 15th was your first game back from injury. How did it feel to be back out there?
Yeah, it felt good. Yeah, it's not fun ever watching, but no, just making sure that I'm fully healthy for the playoffs, and yeah, I feel my body feels really good now. So yeah, I'm ready to go.
What was the mental and or physical grind of, kind of, I guess, rehabbing from an injury?
Yeah, it's definitely tough. Just seeing your buddies, your teammates out there playing, and all you want to do is help them succeed. So it's definitely tough, and not being able to be with them and practice in games. But no, I just gotta keep working and getting treatment and doing the little things right. So when you get back in the lineup, there you're helping the team out in any other way, and just trying to battle through whatever it takes.
Let's get into your story of who you are. Who influenced you to get into hockey?
Yeah, I think both my parents and especially my dad. Yeah, my dad played hockey growing up, and he got me into it when I was 2 years old with like mini stick always in my hand, and yeah, both my parents brought me out to public skating when I was three, and yeah, I just joined hockey when I was four, and just loved it ever since.
You were born just outside of London. Were you a Knights fan growing up?
I was a Knights fan growing up. I had season tickets for about 10 years or so. So yeah.
I know, of course, you must have switched alliances now, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, I no, there's no friends now. It's yeah, I'm definitely on Windsor side now.
So this must be like some sort of homecoming for when you play London then.
Yeah, always tons of friends and family at all the games. So it's definitely pretty cool, and it's special playing in the rink that I've always grown up watching. So it's yeah, it's really cool playing
Would you
back
s-
home.
would you say that the Bud's one of your favorite OHL arenas to travel to?
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite one. Just yeah, because that's where my hometown is, and also because the rink it seats whatever 9,500 fans every night. So it's definitely a good atmosphere as well.
And it's one of the few rinks in the OHL that sells out on a nightly basis.
Yeah, it's always rocking in there, and Kitchener is always a pretty cool rink to play in as well. It usually gets a good crowd as well.
So let's talk about the OHL draft. Actually, you were part of the Wright, Ottman, and Clark draft. Did you ever play against that Don Mills Flyers team?
Unfortunately, yes, yes, I did. Didn't go too well. We played them in the London tournament. I don't think it was minor midge. I think it was major bantam, but yeah, they handled us pretty good.
And what's it like to see them and their paths that they've had in the OHL?
Yeah, obviously, all three of those guys have succeeded very well, and yeah, it's really good. I'm pretty good friends with all of them, so yeah, it's played U18s with them, and yeah, it's they're definitely going to be successful moving forward.
You must be happy that you have Shane Wright on your team. At least one of the trios there, right?
Yeah, no, he's awesome. So yeah, it's we're glad to have him here in Windsor, and yeah, we have a really good team moving forward.
What did it mean for you to get taken 16th overall to the Generals?
Yeah, Oshawa, it was they're an unbelievable organization. From the fans to the rink to our dressing room our dressing room is probably one of the best in the league. So it was always fun showing up there on the daily basis, and all of my teammates and coaches and staff. Yeah, I loved playing in Oshawa for my 3 years there, and yeah, it was an unbelievable and great experience for me.
What do you remember about that draft day moment?
Yeah, so I was at home in London with my family, my parents, my sister, and I just remember getting a call from I was actually called from my agent. He was like, "Oh, I think Oshawa's going to take you at 16." And I was like, "Perfect! Like that sounds like a
You
great,
better damn be right they will.
yeah, well, great organization." So yeah, and then we actually went up. I went up, drove up to Oshawa that day to meet everyone, and yeah, it was a great day.
You made a name for yourself during your rookie season, scoring 37 points in 58 games. If you remember, what were some of the ups you faced and what were some of the downs that you faced?
Yeah, I think coming into the year, I was pretty nervous, but all the guys were great to me. All the older guys made it transition really smooth, and yeah, probably the ups was I scored in my first OHL game, which was pretty cool. So I got that out of the way pretty early, and then just the down. I think just like coming towards the end of the year, it was long away from home. I was only 16 years old, so it was definitely tough. I've never played that many games in a year. As I usually, I was just like 30 games was our regular season in the alliance. So yeah, it was long and away from home. So I think that was tough for me.
How did you find out that the season was going to get canceled because of the pandemic?
Yeah, that was an interesting thing. So we were actually about to leave on the bus to Ottawa, and our GM was like, "Oh, I think their season might get canceled." We're like, just get postponed for 2 weeks or something. We were just like, "Why?" Like we didn't really know anything about it. So and then sure enough, it happened. And then I went home. I was expecting to go back for the next couple weeks, and then obviously it was a year and a bit. So it was yeah, it was a long wait.
Well, it sucks because it felt like the government was leading everyone on because there were
Yeah,
rumors of like, okay, we're going to resume play here. There's going to be, maybe some hub cities because the Dub and
yeah.
the Q both got games and the OHO just got left out to dry.
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit frustrating, but obviously you needed to make sure the health and guidelines were in place. And but fortunate for me, I got to go play a little bit in Finland in my draft here, which was pretty cool.
Well, let's talk about that because that's actually my next question. You
Yeah,
played in Finland during when everything to do with hockey in Ontario was actually shut down.
yeah,
How were you able to land that?
yeah. So whatever, it was my draft year, so I wanted to get a little bit of hockey in, and we found out the OHL just kept pushing it back. So just my agents reached out. We're looking around in places in Europe, and then an opportunity came in Finland, and yeah, it sounded like a great opportunity. So I went over there with Nicholas Canati. He played for Mississauga at the time. He's 2 years older than me. One. And yeah, we were living in our own apartment in Finland, and we were there for about 2 months or so, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed it in Finland.
Reflecting back on that, how beneficial was that kind of move there to Finland for that, however many games beneficial for you?
Yeah, I think it was really beneficial, and enjoying that experience too. Living on my own was doing my own cooking and cleaning was definitely different from back home where we had my parents or my billets. So yeah, that was a good experience, and then yeah, just a different culture in Finland and different style of hockey play. I really learned a lot, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
What was the weirdest part of playing overseas?
I think the language barrier was definitely difficult. They couldn't speak English very well. A couple of the players, but the coaches couldn't really speak too much English, so it was kind of tough. They're just like do your own thing a little bit. So it was pretty cool, but no, I think that was the biggest eye opener.
Let me demonstrate you if you don't really understand me.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
When the U18s came, what was that whole process like of being named to the team?
Yeah, I got a call from Hockey Canada one day, and I was obviously thrilled to be announced to the U18 team, and yeah, that was awesome there in Dallas, and it was yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Were there any struggles creating line chemistry? Because it's guys from all over the CHL, guys you may never have played with before.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was too hard. Everyone there is obviously highly skilled and top players on all of their junior clubs, so it was pretty easy playing with whoever they put you out there with a line with.
What do you remember from that tournament?
I just I just remember playing with Bedard and Shane Wright. I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." Two of the top phenoms, and yeah, I think it was a really cool experience for me just playing with all the top guys from around Canada.
And it must have been cool because it's like it was this opportunity that probably would not, like, I'm talking about the roster itself, probably would not have landed had almost like the pandemic never happened, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's usually like people without of the playoffs and stuff. So yeah,
Exactly. So the roster is usually weak. But
yeah,
this was our best roster, and we almost like we careened the
yeah,
competition.
yeah. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
And winning gold on top of it. Oh man, that was such a fun tournament to watch.
Yeah, it was great. Beat Russia in the finals. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
What was it, or was it like to play in a Canada Russia game? Like that is one of our biggest rivalries.
Yeah, it was awesome actually. The crowd was pretty good, although it was in the US, but no, there was a lot of Canadians and there was a lot of Russian fans as well. So it was a really cool atmosphere and a really high paced game with a lot of excitement.
I mean, not only did you play with Wright and Bedard, but you also got to see Mishkov as well. So that's three phenoms in, in this one hockey game. That's sick.
Yeah, I know he's a tremendous player as well, and I'm sure he'll go high in the draft this year.
Not only did you win gold in the U18s, but you also got drafted to the Boston Bruins. As a Habs fan myself, I cannot disagree more with the draft pick. No, but what do you hope to bring to the Bruins? Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, obviously, Boston's a tremendous organization. As you can see, what they're doing this year, they're an amazing team, and yeah, I'm gonna bring a big body and someone who has a lot of hockey IQ and has a good scoring touch. So yeah, hopefully can bring my talents to the next level and hopefully succeed there.
What was that moment like for you to get drafted to the NHL?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was in London again as it was all during COVID, so didn't go to the draft or anything, but I was there with my family and friends, and it was definitely pretty cool because I was a Boston fan actually growing up.
Oh, no
So
way.
yeah, uh,
That's something special then.
it was very special.
I mean, it's nice that you get drafted to a team that you grew up cheering for, right?
Yeah, it was a dream come true for sure.
You had a chance to attend their development camp. I mean, what was that like? Because that must have been really cool.
Yeah, it was very cool just seeing all the pros and the guys I've been watching. Yeah, it was their facilities are unbelievable and yeah, it's a great organization.
Was there ever, I guess, like a mental toll on the whole interview and draft process that you kind of got exhausted of?
Yeah, there's definitely some questions that get your mind thinking, but no, they're just trying to see which type of person you are and what type of player you are as well. So yeah, they do a lot of research and try to pick you apart in the interviews.
How has your confidence increased over the past few years?
Yeah, I think just becoming more of an older player in the league, it just gains confidence, and yeah, I think it's definitely gained a little bit each year, and yeah, now that I'm technically in my fourth year now since COVID, but no, I think I'm confident, and yeah, I'm ready to have a good playoff push.
Now, last year, obviously, you guys can beat Kingston. What did you learn about your game from that playoff series?
Yeah, we had a pretty good Oshawa team. Kingston was very good as well, but yeah, we I think just that playoff series was very physical, and I got a little bit of a taste of playoff hockey and what you need to do to win a playoff series. So yeah, hopefully I can bring a little bit of that experience to this team this year.
So, I mean, like, do you ever think that you and Shane Wright were always going to be on one team together? Because it seems like it was inevitable.
Yeah, just I didn't really know if I didn't really think that was gonna happen this year, but the way things turned out is no, it was pretty exciting.
With the way the season was going for the Generals this year, did you ever get the feeling that you were going to get moved?
Yeah, I I thought a little bit. Just I knew that we have some really good young talent, as in Cal Ritchie and Beckett Saneke. We have good 05s and 0 and 06s. So yeah, I just thought we were a little bit of a rebuilding year. So I was definitely open to the trade, and yeah, this is hopefully my last year in the league. I'm just trying to win a championship.
Well, I'm happy that the Generals did right by you, allowing you to go chase a Memorial Cup or
Yeah.
even like an OHL Cup, because I think that is a very respectful decision.
Yeah, no, they're a first class organization there, so yeah, they treated me very well.
Now, is it weird at all that you got traded for 6 picks, not knowing who those picks will turn out to be? Like, not even a single player?
Yeah, no, I that happened actually like, quite a few times this year. It's interesting, but no, it's good.
You haven't skipped a beat at all since joining the Spitfires, by the way. And even since your injury, you have now 3 points in 2 games. How did you make sure all of the off ice stuff, that was finding a new billet, moving to new teams, didn't affect your performance on the ice?
Yeah, my billets here in Windsor, they brought me in. They're tremendous. They're awesome, and yeah, all the guys here. I knew a couple of the guys. I knew Maggio and Colton Smith a little bit. So just yeah, those guys helped me settle in, and all the other guys just made me feel welcome, which is really nice. And then the coaching staff has been awesome as well.
What is this team's potential? Because you guys are sick.
Yeah, I think we definitely have the chance to win it all, and no, we have really great forward depth and D, and then we have two great goalies. Either of them could play in the net. So yeah, I think we have a really good chance to win it all this year.
I asked Oliver this when I interviewed him. What's it like to have a former NHLer in Mark Savard as your head coach?
Yeah, it's awesome. Does he know? Obviously, he knows what it takes to reach the next level, and just the experience he has. No, it's awesome when he gives us pointers. Obviously, he knows because he's went through it. So yeah, he's an awesome coach. He's a really players coach, really nice guy, and he likes to joke around a little bit, which keeps things light, which is always good as well.
So is he involved in any of the team pranks?
Yeah, yeah, he likes that. He's a funny guy, so yeah, he's awesome.
And you must be just trying to soak up as much knowledge as possible.
Yeah, he was a great player, and yeah, played for Boston as well. So yeah, he has a lot of connections in the NHL. So yeah, I'm just trying to learn whatever I can.
And he must be happy that you got drafted to the Bruins, right? I mean, like there's that connection there.
Yeah, he loves Boston. So yeah, it's awesome.
So, the Spitfires, they acquire you. Then a few days later, there's rumors of them acquiring Shane Wright. What message did it send to the team when that trade went down?
Yeah, whose message was we're all in. So we have all the players and the resources to do it. So now it's on us to go out there and perform and win a championship.
How much confidence does it add to your game? And even just like like how you carry yourself day to day when you're on the team's power play unit and the team's top penalty kill unit.
Yeah, it's awesome that the coaching staff they trust me to go out there and get the job done. So yeah, it definitely builds confidence for me to try to bring it and make sure I get the job done.
Have you played in any teddy bear toss games in your junior career?
Yeah, I've played in two when in Oshawa.
And what were those experiences like?
They were pretty cool. So in my well actually I must have played in three. In my first year, I can't remember who scored the goal, but in my second year, I remember Tulio scored the goal and he was the captain. And then this year, it was Leighton Moore who scored our goal, which he was the captain as well. So it was basically whoever's the captain's gonna score the goal.
Yeah,
Cool.
exactly. Whoever's the captain, you better be putting money on them.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah.
puck always finds their tape and it's in the back of the net.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Why do you wear number 44?
So when I lived in London when I was young, my parents actually billeted Rob Schremp
Oh,
for
that's
the
sick.
London Knights, and he was number 44, so that kind of just stuck with me.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
Like the wealth of knowledge you've been around is insane.
yeah.
What do you do on your off days? Like, do you play video games at all or no?
I'm not a big video game guy. I like to just hang out with the guys here. Just usually get out and about. Maybe whatever. I like on especially in summer. I like to go golfing, and if there's like a golf simulator here or something like that, or go out to eat with the guys. So yeah, I'm not a huge video game guy. Just yeah, I like to watch TV, some TV shows as well.
What TV shows are you watching?
So I was watching a little bit of Prison Break, and that I watched that
Oh.
golf
Full
documentary,
Swing.
Full Swing.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was so good.
that was a really good documentary. So I finished that, and I
Yeah,
actually watched the new season of Outer Banks too. So
same here. Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
those
cool.
are those are two of my like. So when Full Swing came out, I'm like, okay, gotta prioritize that. Then it's like Outer
Yeah,
Banks. Okay, now I
yeah,
gotta prioritize that as well.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
those are two shows that I really enjoyed.
yeah. It was great.
What's your game day routine like?
Yeah, I like to. So we usually go into the rink in the morning for a quick stretch, bike ride, and then come back home, have lunch, usually nap for about an hour or so, then have my pregame meal. I usually like to get to the rink about 2.5 hours early for the game, and yeah, we watch some video on them on the other team, and video on us and our power play and penalty kill, and stretch and get ready for warm ups.
So no sewer action?
I'm not a big sewer guy. No,
Really?
I don't. No, usually, I don't think Piercy does sewer very often either. So we have like a little bit of group that goes and plays sewer, and then a group of us that stay back, go on the bike and stretch. But every once in a while, I usually play on the road a little bit, but not at home usually.
Okay, so you're a big road sewer guy though.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah,
Because a lot of like I've done a lot of these player interviews, and a lot of people have said, I'm huge into that. A lot of people have said the other way, right? So
yeah,
I'm just trying to gauge the interest there.
yeah, yeah. It's. I'm nothing against it. Just sometimes I just not up for it or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, 100%. As we're closing off this interview here, do you have any advice for younger hockey players?
Yeah, I think just always keep working, and you never know who will be watching. So always just keep your head down and keep working, and just always try to chase your dream and never give up. As obviously Piercy's a great story. He's undrafted and then goes to Windsor and makes the team, and now he's obviously a huge part in our team, and yeah, one of our top forwards. So yeah, he obviously just kept his head down, kept working, and obviously it paid off.
Well, I'd like to thank again Brett Harrison for joining me on today's Pagcast. Thank you again, Brett.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.